like it's so easy. Don't tell me it's so hard. Don't tell me all your secrets, but don't just be showing off. I'm gonna tell the truth, it ain't that bad or good. To girls and W's too. I'll be the last to start and the first to leave. Oh, I'ma play the part unconvincingly. I got a lot on my mind, on my shit I'm way behind. But if you check my pages, I'm doing fine.
Stelle. Mirabellplatz.
Die vielleicht auch mit dem Rasen. deiner Gemütlichkeit zu den Linien S1, S.
А ты какой себе хочешь оставить? Какого?
Genau der Balken von meiner Nase jetzt.
You'd think being smart was my hobby, acting dumb was my job, being lazy is comfy, doing work is too much, acting crazy is easy, and calming down ain't no fun. Now I'm finished, but you know I ain't done. like it's so easy. Don't tell me it's so hard. Don't tell me all your secrets, but don't just be showing off. I'm gonna tell the truth. It ain't that bad or good. So girls and W's too. And I know we look perfect, looking from the outside. 'Cause my lady is lovely, but she ain't loving me right. There'll always be something in between her and I.
Die Kerzenflasche ist einwickeln, ne? Braucht es eine Tasche oder?
Nein, das glaube ich geht so.
Okay, also entscheidet euch. Ja, nein. Weil der Ticket was nicht sagen.
Paint the world is black and white, except for the green on the other side. Pave the way, you never drive until you follow behind. Don't act like it's so easy, don't tell me it's so hard. Don't tell me all your secrets, but don't just be sure. Just be sure. If I'm gonna tell the truth, it ain't that bad or good. Two girls that know who it's two. Don't act like it's so easy. Don't tell me it's so hard. Don't tell me all your secrets, but don't just be sure. Just be sure. If I'm gonna tell the truth, it ain't